Baby, what are you doing?
Texting
Who are you texting?
my friend.
The doctor?
No, she.
You're texting that doctor again?
My friend.
How many times am I gonna tell you stop texting the doctor?
People will believe you.
I should come out of that. She'd come out of that doctor's office with all smiles. I said, did you have a mail done? Yeah. Was he handsome? Yeah. I said, did he give you your phone number? She's like, yeah.
You
So it just kind of here doing her thing. The baby's sleeping. Watching a scary movie. So we were just talking about the house, me and Lynn, and we're like, oh, let's make a video about the house in the Philippines. We miss our house, right, baby?
Oh, we
Miss your house in the Philippines?
Yeah.
We really, we really have a beautiful home there. We really do. What are you doing?
Wait.
Why?
Don't I look so black. Same.
Doesn't do anything. So we built a really beautiful place there, and I have to say, we got so lucky with that place. We found that lot online. I found it online, that beautiful piece of land. I told Lynn, I was in the U.S. and I said, Lynn, go by and see this lot of land. It's in Endo. I called the number, they set it up, and she went by there, and Imad was there. He showed her the lot. It was all bushes. You couldn't really see anything. And what did you say when you first saw that land? You said, I love it, right?
Yeah, I was pregnant at the time.
You said, let's buy it. You were pregnant at the time. And that's the weekend that you first met Brian Ahern. He was at the cave.
Yes.
You met Brian. He was swimming in the cave. You saw him there. And we ended up buying that piece of land. I put a deposit on it while I was still in the U.S. And then that August, that was like in June, I think, May or June, I put a deposit on it. And then in August, I went down to the Philippines and we did the transaction. I paid the money. And I ended up, what did we pay for that? What did we pay for that lot of land? 3.75?
Yes, 3.75.
3.75 million for that lot of land, 3,000 square meters.
Yes, 3,000 square meters. Title.
Put it titled. And then, so the first 6 months, I wasn't even there. Lynn was the one doing all the work, clearing the land, getting the workers. We really had a good team. So I found this really, by luck, this really great architect out of Peng Lao. Met with her at the mall. Gave her my design. I had some stuff written on paper, some drawings, what I wanted, how I wanted it done. And then she put it into architectural drawings. And it was, perfect. And then we ended up getting a really good foreman. And we did everything ourselves. So the foreman ran the crew. He basically got the crew, hired some guys from the neighborhood, hired some of the foreman's workers. And we went to work. We went to work building that place.
Oh my God, this house gave me a lot of stress.
Everything gives you stress.
Oh my God. Yeah, and then I have to drive from Talibon to Anda. Like every day. Sometimes I have to bring Tia at my back.
With the bike.
The bike.
You and your aunt.
Yeah, because if I'm not there, some of the workers don't really work, right?
Right. When I came there, everyone was like, uh-oh. I think my first week there, I'm sitting there and I'm looking at 4 guys mixing cement. I'm like, what is this? I'm paying 4 guys, 2 guys standing there and 2 guys looking at the cement.
Or people smoking tobacco.
Smoking cigarettes all day. I had to fire a couple of people because of that. Just sitting around smoking cigarettes.
No, I have to fire them. Because you're complaining to me. I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm the bad guy there.
And so we finally got that place built. Oh, she's awake. She'll be up all night now. So we finally got the place built, and little by little over the past 3 years, We've been getting it nicer and nicer, working on the house, the little details, the landscaping. The pandemic kind of messed everything up.
We're doing good. Our Airbnb, oh my God.
We were doing Airbnb before we even had a fence around the property. I mean, the yard was still filled with mud.
Yes, and
And we were
rocks.
filled with mud and rocks, and we were busy every day. We had
Every day we have a guest.
a guest every day.
Anthony's cooking, me cooking,
We were getting
cleaning.
the eggs from the chickens. We had a lot of
Yes.
chickens. We had a lot of cabares back then, laying eggs. And so we give the people the fresh eggs from the chickens in the morning, some bacon and some toast, and that was it. That was their breakfast.
Yeah.
And so right now, a lot of people asking us what happened to the house. So we're not selling the house, at least not
No.
right now. I mean, next year, who knows? We could change our mind, but right now we have no plans to sell the house, right?
But we already have buyer waiting for us.
We've had 2 buyers, but we have 1 buyer right now who at any point in time, unless she buys something else, we'll buy our property.
Yeah.
But anyways, we have someone taking care of our house. We have a nice family living there, taking care of our property. We have Emar next door doing the light landscaping work. It comes in for an hour in the morning, an hour in the afternoon. So the house is being well taken care of. Plus, we have the cameras. We can see what's going on. But we don't really, have anything to worry about right now when it comes to the house. Because it's in really good, we got really lucky, really wonderful family. So,
They're from Cebu. They're very nice.
we have our eyes open for anything that might pop up on the water in Anda.
But honestly, I already love what we have right now. The property, our house.
Yeah, we don't have any plans of selling it, but I would like to buy a oceanfront property. So we're looking. I look every day. Lynn doesn't. I follow the market very closely in Bohol, in general, specifically, and I think things are slowing down. I don't know, like 6 months ago, it was being flooded with properties all over the place. Panglao and Gindelman. I think what I'm seeing is I've seen a lot less properties come up on the market. And I don't know how many of those properties actually sold. I don't think that all of them sell. Because you have lots and you have houses. I'm mostly focused on just the land, not buildings. But I really haven't seen anything that I would buy that's already built. I looked into a few oceanfront lots or for sale, and they were just nightmares. Disputes between different owners. One owner said they own it, another person advertising for sale said they were the owner, and then we found out that there was another family that said they own the land. So you can't get involved in those kinds of properties. It's really, really difficult to find a saleable, legitimate property to buy in the Philippines. Well, mostly we're talking about Anda, because Anda is just one of those towns where a lot of boundary disputes, right? A lot of just boundary disputes in Anda, just because of the way they kept records. A lot of those properties, all generational family properties. Anda, in general, there's a lot of relatives, right? A lot of people are related. Most of the property has been handed down from generation to generation, and then it becomes a dispute who actually really owns the property.
Yeah.
So you find a lot of that and but prices, do you think the prices went up in Anda?
Oh my God, yeah.
They went up?
Crazy right now. Yeah.
But how much of those properties are actually selling at those prices? I don't really know.
Some people selling like 21,000 per square meter.
Right, but they're not selling. I mean, I highly doubt anyone's paying
Yeah.
that much money. I saw a 138 square meter oceanfront lot in Hagna. They wanted 700K.
Really?
Yeah. You know, I don't even know if you could build a CR for with 138 square meters. You know, so. Anyways, that's it. Little real estate talk tonight. Buying property, and especially in Anda, you really have to dig deep. You got to look long and hard on who actually owns the property. We're lucky enough that we've lived in Anda now for 4 years, and we can when we see a property that we like, we reach out to like everybody that we know, you know. And usually, we found out a couple of properties that, you know, were too risky to buy because of the ownership disputes. Hard to find a good deal, right?
Right.
The deal's got a great deal on a piece of property, right?
Yeah.
They did, and but it's really hard to find a good deal because everything is overpriced.
Good evening.
But anyways, that's our video. The house is in good hands. Our house in the
Love you so
Philippines.
much.
Hopefully we'll be going back there.
Yeah, I'm going back soon.
And I know Linda, you'll be going back there soon to check on things. Not right now, but I mean, we have two dates in mind. One in July and one in December. So
Yeah.
we're not sure which one, you know, yet. But so that's it. That's what we got for tonight. And
Dad.
yes, baby. I love you too. I love you, baby girl. All right, guys. Good night. Good night. Good night from South Carolina.